Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 9, Volume 9. So this is the tape that you selected at the beginning of the season when we were sort of choosing a sort of compilation to finish on, because we quite like these compilations. Well, I quite like these compilations. I hopefully like them too. But as you can see, it's too big to fit into the thing when I zoom in, especially when I know that there's only a little bit of white over this side. Over here, there's only, it's like a teeny little shelf I do this on, so that's because it's perfect in the colour for What's on the Tape. So I'll put on the screen right now me holding this whole thing up, which says as seen on TV and 10 greatest hits and all this kind of stuff. This is a Bo Jolly collection of 48k games, and I had this back in the day, and it was a really good. So hopefully it's switched back now. So we actually have the manual, so we're actually going to be able to tell what we're going to do for a change, which is going to be cool. This says it was seen on TV. Did anybody ever see the TV advert? Because I never saw it. Anyway, though, we're going to start with this one, which is the 3D Star Strike Blue Thunder. I played that before, actually. It's horrendously difficult. Son of Blagger, Automania, and Bugaboo. Ooh, Bugaboo. And now, didn't that appear on Sinclair Society by TJ? I can't remember TJ's channel, but I'll find it. I'll stick it on there for you. TJ plays that. He's an American who's got a love for the Spectrum. So he played that recently on his channel, sort of like as their challenge, which is kind of cool. Anyway. So, we're going to start with this one, and then next week we're going to finish with that one, which has some real classics on there, one of which being Wheelie, of course, and the mighty Fall Guy. I joke, obviously, Fall Guy is not exactly brilliant, but we won't repeat it too early because it's appeared in the season once. So, without further ado, we'll put Tape A in, and we'll continue with our adventure on the mega hits. Okay, so the tape is in the drive and we are ready to go. So without further ado, let's get out the old basic and do load dip. So here we go, load dip. I'll load speech mark. We've got that there. I've got coffee. I'm ready to roll. I've got coffee. It's not strong coffee today. It's a little weaker. I did actually have some during the week to start the day off. It doesn't half melt your brain, doesn't it? It's a good stuff, that strong coffee from last week. But anyway, I've got coffee. I hope you have a beverage. Hopefully this is 3D Star Strike and we don't have any problems. But I have all the kit laid out in front of me. I have the Spectrum. I have the tape cassette player. I have the adapter between the tape cassette players. I've got my mobile phone with PlayZX. Do you know something though? I sometimes feel a bit like what's that movie? Space Cowboy. Do you remember Space Cowboy? Do you remember that? This is an Eastwood movie, a Clint Eastwood movie. Had in here, is it Keith or Donald? Keith or Sunderland, I think his father, isn't it? Donald's father. And some other people that I should know the name of. This isn't going very well, by the way. It's very silent thus far. I'll fast forward this a little bit. It was actually on the wrong side. The keen-eyed of you will notice that on the other side of the tape, it was actually rewound on the wrong side. This is interesting. Absolutely blank. Let's turn it over and rewind it. Let's do that, because it doesn't seem like there's anything there. So let's rewind it on the other side. Sorry about that. I didn't expect to have to do that. I thought it would be recorded on both sides, but that was sometimes the norm. Do you remember I think it was the Hungry Horace and Horace Gusky, and the other side was it said left blank, wasn't it? There was one side was blank and one side had the actual program on, and later they obviously recorded it on both sides. I guess that saved money. Just recording it on one side. I can't imagine that was the case though, because I'm sure these machines that you would have fed them through would have had all of the various bits of data on it. Now, I've never tried to load this before, so if it turns out to actually completely blank the whole thing, either I've got an anomaly or somebody's actually recorded over it with nothing. This will be interesting. There may be a message from the past on here as we do it. But I'll just go back to Space Cowboys. And I've got all of this technology, this old technology. Space Cowboys. Clint Eastwood and his team were meant to go up in a shuttle, but because of the Cold War and the change between NASA and the military, they didn't go up, they didn't become astronauts, and they didn't do whatever else. But they did develop a satellite, and this satellite's going to come crashing to Earth. And of course, these mightily old men in their 70s and sort of 60s and 70s, well, no, not 60s, 70s, 70s or 80s, I think they were meant to be, are the only people who can get this satellite reworking, because they're the only people who understand the technology, because everybody else can't, so they have to send them into space to deal with it. And getting that satellite working reminds me of getting a Spectrum to work in the modern day. You know, the amount of tools and requirements here, you know, HDMI converters, OSCCs, which are the open source, I can't remember, it's scan converter, I think it is, and the all these kind of things just to, you know, get a solid image, a nice looking image. I mean, all of this is recorded on the actual tech of the time, but through modern day technologies, which is kind of weird, realistically, to kind of think that we had to do all of these things. Mega A. Oh, I don't even remember this. So there must have been like a loader on the beginning of it. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we might even get a little title sequence. As I say, never saw the as on TV thing. I never saw that. Did you see it on TV? Did anybody ever see this advert that was supposedly as seen on TV? Or was it on a TV program that it was as seen on TV? Was there like a snippet of it in the background of some program of the time that was there? I don't know. I just never remember seeing it. I don't remember this title sequence either. I had this. I don't remember any of this. Isn't that weird? However, you do find that there are different revisions as you go along, isn't there? Of things, slightly different revisions of the whole lot. I kind of like it though. Somebody actually coloured that correctly, didn't they? Stop the tape and press any key. I will press any key. And you got to choose which one you want to load. So I'm going to do number 1, which is the first one on the tape, which is 3D Star Strike. This is a classic, by the way. This is an absolute. This game is like. It shouldn't exist realistically on the technology. It's a real push of the technology of the time, I think, because it's a really good shoot 'em up. Or space sort of shoot 'em up with sort of a hint of Star Wars. It's got a smell of Star Wars all over it, if I'm remembering the right one. And it's it's real time, isn't it? It's the same people who did the tank duel that I liked, 3D tank duel. It's just really good. And there's a second one as well, which is even better. I mean, the frame rate is obviously ridiculously low because the processor power is ridiculously low. But think about what they managed to achieve here. It was a really, really good thing. Anyway. So I've been a space cowboy this morning. We've had coffee, we've loaded the Megatape intro, and we're only 5 minutes in. It's great. It's amazing. I'm on Colombian coffee today. It wasn't Colombian. I kept calling it Colombian last week. It wasn't Colombian. I can't remember what it was actually now, but I know it wasn't Colombian. And I'm drinking Colombian today. It's a fruity blend. So we've got Colombian. It does taste slightly fruity. That'll be good. So this might be not. I don't think this will be a shorter video. I think we'll be able to spend a little bit more time with each of the games because we've got basically got we've got 5 per side. So we've got a little bit more time with each of them just to enjoy the kind of ins and outs of them all. So what does it actually say about this? Let's have a little read what the manual says. Let's have a little look and see what it says. It's in such small writing that I can't read it. Get my magnifying glass down. I know something. I'm getting old. This is blooming ridiculous how old I'm getting. Right, I'm gonna move the microphone up and stand up because my magnifying glass is like I use it like a light as well because it's got lighting on it, so I can use it as light. 3D Star Strike. Suddenly there was outsiders appearing in a massive fleet on the edge of the galaxy, seemingly uninterested in conquest, only destructions. Earth fleet is decimated. The Federation lays on the brink of collapse. So basically we're the big bad dude who's going to sort them all out. Well, that's kind of cool, isn't it? So yeah, we're the Federation, so it's kind of they're mixing in Star Wars and Star Trek, aren't they? At that point, and we're doing both of those. I do like Star Wars and Star Trek. I've been kind of, I've always been I like Babylon 5. The only thing for me with Babylon 5 is I would like somebody to take that Babylon 5 series and just re-edit all of the space sequences now because, and I suppose you could say the same. I mean, I know that didn't they redo the original Star Trek? I think they did, didn't they? They redid it with sort of better modern day graphics, and I think they could redo the entire Babylon 5 thing with improved graphics. And I know they were done with Commodore Amigas, weren't they? There was a version of the Amiga that they did it with, and they rendered this whole thing and they got it working. It looked really nice. I really liked Babylon 5. But I think at this point that we could maybe go back and redo it because I think there was enough fans. I certainly was a fan. I used to enjoy watching it. I like the idea of the very large, the Babylon stations being safe haven for trade, commerce, and diplomatic relations between multiple spacefaring nations. I liked the idea of that. I always thought that was quite a good idea, actually. I liked the fact that they could mix that all up in there. I mean, obviously there's some pure cheese amongst it all, but at the same time, I kind of liked it. It was different from some Star Trek because it was a one running story with multiple characters you recognise. A bit like, I suppose you could say, Deep Space Nine, but it wasn't, because there were so many other spacefaring races that were there, and there was always trouble and issues and things like that. I can't remember all the ins and outs of it, though. There was some kind of massive purge, wasn't there, towards the end of the whole thing? Because there was like 7 movies that cleared it all up, and then they had Babylon 5, The Raiders, or something like that, or something similar. There was some kind of other things. There were some poor bits to it, to be fair, but there were some really good bits most of the time. I quite enjoyed watching it. That was on Channel 4, if I remember rightly, back in the day. Maybe it was on Channel 4. Yeah, it feels like it was Channel 4. Anyway, so I think we'll get 1984. This game. So there's only 2 years after the Spectrum was released, and you get the games of this quality coming out. I think it's really good. Oliver Frey. He is an artist that did a lot of stuff for Crash, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I think so. Right, another sip of coffee while we're waiting. Nice, that's nice. That's got a nice taste to it. Right. Okay. So while this is loading, I just want to. You may have noticed that obviously I reached the 1,000 subscribers, and at that point, if you've got enough hours as well, you get offered a chance to join. Is that loaded? Yeah, it has. Get a chance to join Amazon's sort of monetization program. So I've joined it simply because it's going to pay for coffee. So we're going to pay for coffee with it. I'm just looking at the keys and see if I can work out what the keys are. And there is a drawing. It's one of these ones where there's a drawing. It's like a map of the thing. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I've tried to turn it off so it's less intrusive, if that makes sense. The advertising, so it's like beginning and ends and things like that. Nothing should get in the way. There won't be mid. I haven't turned on the mid-section things, and if you do spot it, just let me know, all right? Because I'll turn it off, because it shouldn't be on. The default settings are not to do those. Every 8 minutes you get with the long video, because I think they're really annoying. I don't mind it at the beginning, and I don't mind it at the end, but I can't stand an advert breaking it up every so often. It drives me nuts. Climb left, right, okay. Fire is the bottom key, right, okay. So QA should do that one. O and P should do the other one, I think, or O and I, one of the two. We'll see. We'll see. We'll try the keys anyway. We'll see if we can get it working. So let's do that. So yeah, you got hyperspace. It's the whole. It's Star Wars. Let's be honest. So if I press 1 for keyboard, I'm gonna go with easy because I'm rubbish at this thing. So, well, it's been a while. Right. So I used to love playing this. By the way, you shoot the center of those missiles. You see those, and it basically deactivates them. So if there's a missile coming at you, want to deactivate it, you shoot the center of it. And they're not meant to be TIE fighters, but they're clearly TIE fighters. So you basically, I've overdone my lasers. I should be being more frugal with my laser fire. Do you see a laser fire there on the side of the screen? That's like should be sort of shooting it. There's another TIE fighter. It looks like a TIE interceptor, that one. So more frugal with that sort of firing it. Less sort of aggressive with my thing. So sort of tapping it on and off occasionally. You can hold it down clearly, right? So this is the run at the base on the ground. Again, the same thing. Again, Star Wars. If you've ever played the 3D sort of arcade versions, the Atari versions. Now, I have to say, I think this is at least comparable or better than. And I'll stand by that, because I always thought 3D Star Strike was a masterpiece of design for a game of its time. Was it out before it though? And I know the arcade thing might have been around, but before the home releases, was it out before that? With all the other ones, I can't remember. If you remember, do the old comments. You know the deal. So, here we go. So now we're on the equatorial ducts, which we need to basically go down here. We have to avoid these barriers, so stay down low and not get shot by these things as we go. Shields up. Oh, I've got hit there. Impact. and then we have to basically shoot. Once we get down here, we have to shoot it in the center of the ducts. A bit like well, like Star Wars, where we're staying on target and avoiding. Got to avoid the bars. When you get to the 3D Star Strike 2, of course, you actually get into solid 3D shapes. There we go. Got to shoot the reactor pods on the left hand side. So shoot that one. Oh no! No! Missed it. Repeat final run because I missed it. I was about to destroy the pods on the left and right hand side. They're like little bits on either side. I can't remember how easy or difficult it is. It's obviously a bit more difficult when we get to it. It's actually quite smooth. It's smoother than I thought it was. Did you play it before? Have you played it? I think it's worth. This is one of these games that's always worth having in your collection if you've not got it. I probably have 3 copies of it, to be honest. I'll be honest. I'm a fan of this one. So I've got the original packaging somewhere. I had to get this Bo Jolly one. I am. Do you know why I'm such a fan of compilations, though? The thing is, I was such a fan of compilations is you get the most for your pocket money. And I think that's really important to say that you got the most for your pocket money. That one! Oh God, how can I not hit that? Repeat the final run. This is going to be tough, isn't it? We're going to repeat the final run again. My gosh. I think I'm over egging the 2 things. Maybe I just need to shoot them a little bit on both sides. I think I'll start with the left this time round when I hit the base thing. Oh, I'm getting destroyed here. I want to make the last base thing. It's obviously damaging me as I do it. I'm in red status. Terrible shape for my gunfire. Here we go. Right, okay, go. I missed it all completely. I can't believe I've done that again. I hit the same thing. Got to repeat that same run. I'm really struggling with that bit. I'm sure I started on the right side of it there, or the left-hand side, should I say. I didn't do what I needed to do. Star Wars was great, though. To be fair, though, my first Star Wars, and I've said this many, many times in my videos, my first Star Wars was actually The Empire Strikes Back, which is obviously quite a gloomy future for them, because everything goes really badly wrong. Luke loses his hand, and I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. If you haven't seen Star Wars, where have you been? The Luke loses his hand. Han gets taken by the bounty hunter Boba Fett. Lando kind of drops him in it with Cloud City and all this kind of stuff. So it's really. I think I've got it. Fire! Done it! We've reacted. We've hit hyperspace and we're jumping. Hey, watch it. That's no moon. It's blown up. You see? Cool. I don't know why it was so much easier the 4th attempt. It's like the game gave me a head start. So here we go, next reactor. We're back again with this next level. I used to be able to repeat this loads of times. I just sat in my room for ages just playing this on a black and white telly. I had a little black and white telly. I never had a colour one. It was a little Grundig. Do you remember Grundig? Little Grundig telly. Little 14-inch Grundig telly. I used to sit in my bedroom on that, and it was one that you had to tune in as well. It just didn't have buttons to do it. You had to tune in the channel for your Spectrum, and I used to do that. I was delighted with that when I got that for Christmas. I used to watch telly sneakily at night because it had a headphone socket, so I could put my headphones into it in mono, and I could listen to watch telly late at night. I used to do that all the time. I used to sneak across. I forgot this. So we have to shoot the tops off these now to do the next bit. So there's basically towers now, and they've got little yellow tops on them, and we have to shoot the tops off those yellow towers like that. We've got to shoot 15 before we can attack this base now this time round. There's another one. We've got another one. There we go. And we've got 10 tops to go. My God, loads of stuff tops to go. Look at it. It's crazy. It's almost... Oh, sugar. Oh, my God. I'm 9 tops to go before we can go down. So there's I think these are like the control things to allow us to get through to the base. Can we do it? I'm shooting. It's tough. Yeah, but I used to love Star Wars. I used to love that whole, flying down the sort of levels and playing this game as a kid. It was like I would play Star Wars, of course. I wasn't playing anything else. I was Luke Skywalker flying down what was my brain's gone? The duct they're calling it here, or the channel that was there to do it. I was doing that. To be fair, though, I didn't really want to be Luke Skywalker. I always wanted to be Han Solo. I think everybody wanted to be Han Solo. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a lovable rogue? I'm not sure he's actually that lovable, though. I think he actually was just a proper rogue. I mean, I'll suggest that as a thought, because he wasn't a particularly nice guy. Oh god, I've crashed into it. I'm dead. Ha ha! Game over. Great timing. Next game. So what we got on next? We have Blue Thunder. I've played this before on my channel. Yeah, it's made by the same guy who did Airwolf in the end. And I think it was it Ben or Ben Steele who sent me the coffee last week. Ben said don't look up, and I can't remember the name of the guy, but this particular guy who claimed to have had, and I can't remember his name. Ben, put it in the comments if you're watching. He claimed to have snuck onto the set of Airwolf and had his way with Airwolf. Yeah, some mechanophiles or something like that they're called. Some people who like engines and planes and vehicles, and obviously are quite excited by them. It's a very So apparently this gentleman who couldn't afford to buy obviously Airwolf had snuck on and had his way with it. So I don't know. I don't think it changes how I feel about actually the Airwolf, the program, but it's certainly disturbing that somebody felt the need to go molest it. Anyway, Richard Wilcox Software. Yeah, this chap is he created that. Do you remember that? Oh, do you know something? You all laughed at me last time I played Airwolf. I can't even get past the bloody blue barrier. There's a blue barrier in the second room that you have to shoot and then fly through, and I just can't get past it. Now, this same thing applies to Blue Thunder on the and this, by the way, this was actually I became branded Blue Thunder as in the TV series with the helicopter in it called Blue Thunder later, but originally it didn't. It had a different cover on it, and I think it then changed, and they licensed it as Blue Thunder. I'm not sure it was ever Blue Thunder, the helicopter game originally. I've not, from what I've read anyway about it. It's certainly, because I was wondering if it was that Blue Thunder, but I don't think it is. I think people either assume or it became rebranded, and I can't remember which way around it is. But it is a bit of a. I actually like Blue Thunder, the TV series. I don't know about anybody else, but I like Blue Thunder. That was another one that was it did have a short run TV series, but it was competing against. I mean, you've got to remember this is days of Saturday afternoon television, so it was competing against things like Airwolf and Street Hawk and Automan and all those kind of things. Which, by the way, if you want to know if Big Brother's watching you, I uploaded a video last week and mentioned Automan, I think it was, in that, and on my feed for YouTube appears things on Automan. So it's not only is it scanning the content of what I'm uploading, it's actually, listening to it or reading it back through its own translation things and then posting me things that I might like to do with Automan. So it tells you an awful lot about how much the algorithms are following us. It's kind of an interesting one anyway. But yeah, I liked Blue Thunder. I like the movie. It had the guy from Roy Schneider, is it? He was the cop in Jaws. Yeah. And he was kind of a Vietnam veteran flying this police helicopter with all kinds of things, and they get embroiled in a crime drama because their helicopter can do this silent mode and heat seating and whatever, heat sort of source and all the stuff that they can do nowadays. Actually, to be fair, it starts the movie with all the technologies you're about to see exist now. It's kind of scary, realistically, but yeah, they get embroiled in a crime drama. I quite like it. It's dated now, but it's still quite it's still quite a nice, good story. I quite like it for that particular reason. But yeah, so Richard did this one, and then he did Airwolf, and I'm not sure this is Blue Thunder as in Blue Thunder, because if you actually see the cover for this, it's got like the helicopter doesn't look anything like Blue Thunder's helicopter, if that makes sense. So this is a horrible game. I mean that in the nicest possible way. It's really horrible to play. It's got, instead of when you start turning left and right and the helicopter turning left and right or rotating on the spot, there's actually a button to rotate the helicopter, which makes it really difficult to play. Whereas on the Commodore 64 version, when you turn left and right, you turn left and right, which makes it an awful lot easier to play in comparison to this one. This one, say, pretty vile in that sense of the moves between it. And I don't normally diss anything. I mean, I get it. It was all right. If I'd had it back in the day, I'd have played it. Thing is, I have to say, pretty much every game, I don't think I ever took a game back apart from when they didn't work. You know, when they didn't load. I never took a game back. I don't think. I tried every single game I owned. And I was thought for a minute something funny was going on there. I loved every game I owned. I did. I absolutely loved them all. You know the usual story. When you get older and you leave home and all that kind of stuff, and you forget all about it. And then it's when you get older, I think you realise there's some nostalgia there. I mean, my daughter's got a room full of. I'm very proud of her, and you know, she's going through the pandemic. She's dealing with the going through her GCSE year levels at the moment. GCSE year. Basically from home. It's not a nice situation for the kids, I'm afraid. But you know, I'm very proud of her though, because she's also a bit of a collector. She loves her Doctor Who, so she's got a Doctor Who thing. She's got the books, and she's got the models, and she's got the older Doctors and newer Doctors, and all the other bits and pieces that go with it. And I'm very proud of her for sort of doing those things. And even if she gets to that point where she's, you know, leaving home or whatever else is, I'm definitely putting them away somewhere for her. So that one day when she gets to, you know, into her mid-30s or something similar, she either wants to give them to her kids, or she wants to sort of, you know, you have them back herself like I did with my stuff. I think that'll be great. And she does say that my stuff that I've got isn't going to go anywhere. So that's quite nice as well. I'm going to have to read the instructions. I'm going to get a magnifying glass here again. Hang on, let's do the instructions. All right. It doesn't actually mention anything about what it is. It actually says something completely different, because it actually says in here, after piloting your jet copter through a bombardment of electric storms and ground missiles, it just says nothing about the thing. Your codename Blue Thunder. You must destroy an unstable nuclear base using hyperphase lasers. Hyperphase lasers. Brilliant. What a mouthful that is. Right, okay, let's have a look at the controller. So it's nothing to do with Blue Thunder. Absolutely nothing to do with Blue Thunder. So, controls. Controls are QA, XV, C to turn, short, medium, long presses. This is what I'm telling you about, by the way. C is to fire. It's also hold it down for a medium press for a 90-degree turn and 180-degree for a long press. It's utterly ridiculous. So, QA, XV, and C. Right, let's give it a go. Let's try this. This is going to be horrible. I remember playing this last time round, and you got to get to the nuclear base, and it's just not. It's not fun. Space. What do I start? What do I start with? And there's no key for start. That's definitely working the keyboard. How do I start the game? That would actually be helpful. Let's find the button for start. S to start the game. That should have been obvious, really, shouldn't it? So, S to start the game. Right, okay, so here we are on our thing. So I have to hold the button once for that. Tap it. Tap it quickly for fire. And then we're flying along. So we're going here to the nuclear base. So we're flying. But if I want to fire anything, I've just got to tap it quickly. If I hold it any more than a medium... So there's like a medium hold... There's a long hold, so it's like long hold does all the way around. So you like that. Medium hold should do you halfway. Do you know what I mean? Why not just do left and right on it? But no, we don't do that. And then shooting is almost an impossibility because of that. Oh, this is horrible. It is honestly, it just hates you, this game. It's not even funny. Right, okay, so we've got missiles coming up shortly. So we're ploughing along. Watch out for the missiles. We've got to make it to the nuclear base here. I like the fact that there's a screen thing to it. You see how the screen's curved at the top and bottom? I kind of like that. Maybe that's just me being silly. Okay, let's go. We're making our way across. Don't shoot me. It's a bit parallax scrolling going on there. Of course, after seeing this fantastic hyperphaser laser, this is most definitely the game of the century. Now, right, now we get the base that opens. Right, got to shoot that. This just doesn't get any easier. We've got to shoot this. I can't shoot that. I've got to shoot the thing that's there and avoid that hyperphaser laser thing that's shooting there. Can you believe how tough that is? Let's try it again. One more go. One more go. This is going to be one of them that's one more go. I don't even... The worst part about this is I don't even remember playing this much as a kid. I must have put it on, got the measure of it within seconds, and then never played it again. Because I certainly remember playing all the other games that are on this collection, and I do not remember playing this one. It's one of those games, as I say, that just really, really, really didn't strike me. In fact, I have literally zero nostalgia for it. I can't even remember it. That's for me. That's kind of odd. I've normally got like lots of nostalgia for specific things, and I remember a reasonable amount about them. This one, oh god. Yeah. Right, phaser laser. Yeah, we shot that. Little tap. Oh, sugar. Ah, tough. Very tough indeed. Right, I'm zoomed away from that. Avoided that one. Let's go up. Pushing the screen forward's quite slow, but then all of a sudden you get this sort of zoom across the whole thing. Right, okay, we can probably beat the score I had previously. But you got to go into that base and then shoot that little dot that's there, and I'm sure you can shoot the weapon, but I don't know how. Okay, we're here. Got it. Switch it round. Okay. It should shoot me there. How the hell am I meant to do that? That's impossible. Anybody ever finish the first level on it? I know you can skip the levels. That's one thing you can do. But did anybody actually ever finish the first level? Because that's just... This is the easiest of them all. Because if you go to the next levels... And I'll show you... We'll do one more with another level. I think that's me dead anyway. I think you can do M for mission. Yeah, so you can do the missions, look. So let's do mission 5, which is the absolute top mission. Look at this! How crazy is this? Wow. Submarines, planes, hot air balloons, clearly the most deadly item known to man. Crumbs. Oh, turn around. Did I manage to hit one there? I don't know. Sure! I like the explosion though. I did a lot of effort on the explosion. Right, we're done with that. Let's go on to Son of Blagger. I can't remember this one at all. This is really bizarre though, because I don't remember an awful lot of these. I think I spent a lot of my time on either 3D Star Strike or Wheelie, and those are kind of the ones that I remember from this. And it was a long time ago though. It was 1984 that this came out, and I got it in 1984. I think I got it second hand, not second hand, but I think I got it when it was like reduced in cost. I don't think I paid whatever the price was. I'm sure it was only like $7.99, but I don't think I paid $7.99 for it. I remember paying something like $2.99, being absolutely delighted with it. Because to be fair, a lot of these games were seen as, I don't know, none of them are actually budget titles originally. I just don't think that they were ever seen as that exciting. Maybe, I don't know. Don't know. I don't know this one at all, by the way. I can't say. I must have played it years ago, but I don't remember it. Let's see if we can read some instructions while we're doing this. I'm really gonna have to get my magnifying glass down. I tell you what, I've got another magnifying glass in my bag that I use for work because I can't see things. I'm just the close-up stuff. The distance stuff is fine. Close-up stuff's not. Hang on a second. You stay there. I'm just gonna grab it on bag. I'm just going over the room. Hang on. No, I'm not. Going to the other room. I'll see you in a second. You be there. I'll be must have left it somewhere and then forgotten where it was. Can't believe that. I can't find my magnifying glass. You stay there. Elliot Gay, that's his name, the gentleman did it. Alligator Software, I like that. So, let's have a little look, see if I can find the instructions for this. Let's have a look. Okay, Son of Blagger. Join now our famous... Oh, hang on, but the wife has sorted it. She has sorted it. Congratulations, thank you very much. She's not going to say thank you, but or whatever else is. But she's found it. She's found another one. Join our famous son, now famous son, Slippery Sid, as he carries out his antics in a new trail of adventure on Spectrum Security HQ. Ooh. Still undercover in the dark world of espionage, Sid has to collect the hidden golden keys in each room in his massive security complex. Help him work his way through the maze of corridors and stairways, ladders and disappearing floors. Plan your route, remembering only a small area of the whole complex through one screen at any one time. Right, you get 3 lives. It's a 2-way continuously scrolling action with a limited air supply. And I've got the keys, and it's Z, X and space to jump, and K is music on and off. Right, okay, I'm excited now. I can't believe she found that. It's really good. She could hear me. She could hear me running around looking for that for you guys. That was what it was. So she came and saved us, rescued the entire episode there, made sure that we were absolutely, we were all ready and raring to go, and we could actually enjoy that. So yeah, good, excellent. I can't remember this game at all, by the way. Just pushing the door to a little bit there. I'm going to get a cup of coffee in a second. I was just... the little one's bouncing around. Yesterday had the best time in the world. I was playing Track and Field. It's on the site, Track and Field, the arcade game. And Track and Field, I swapped the button presses to joystick presses, so you have to waggle the joystick like mental. So it's like... It's like Daley Thompson's Decathlon of whatever else. It was on the Spectrum as well. Actually, she'd never seen it turn up on any of the tapes. You'd have thought so, but maybe people don't like breaking the joysticks. But I think Daley Thompson's was bigger. Do you think Daley Thompson was possibly bigger in the context of it? I think we all remember Daley Thompson's over Track and Field, I think, if you weren't in the arcade or any other machine. I think Daley Thompson was the thing. But, so I was waggling the joystick like mad and sort of it was like thumping away on the game to try and make the best score I could. And I really enjoyed that, actually. I had a great deal of fun. If you listen to me on there, I'm absolutely going nuts with excitement. But he was too in the background. He was going nuts. He thought it was brilliant that I was smashing this joystick left and right to make it run and then jump and whatever else it was. It was really good fun. What was the first one? Was there a Blackguard 1? Don't know. Son of Blagger. I've got this somewhere. I do like Alligator Software. They did one of my favourite all-time games, which is Who Dares Wins 2. Now, I always find this a difficult one for me. You know when you got games like this. Let me just drink a cup of coffee. Oh, that was good. When you've got games, I always find it difficult, especially on the Spectrum, when there were so many of them and I bought so many games, to actually go, oh, that was my absolute favourite. And I really find that really difficult. When people ask me that question, I do find that it's a tough one to answer. Okay. So that's us there. Oh. Did I not did I just not give this the time of day? Looks kind of cool to me. Oh, sugar. Oh, it's continually scrolling though. That's for certain. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna jump. Am I gonna die if I hit that thing though? And jump that. I like how brightly coloured it is. It looks really cool. Oh, it fell too far. How far can I fall? Am I not able to fall too far? Is that what it is? That's too far a fall. So I've got to jump this way. Kind of reminds me of what's that one? The Dan one that I quite like. The Dynamite Dan. Kind of reminds me a bit of that. Oh, I like this. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Look at that. There's a little escalator. I like it. I have no recollection of this at all. I've never ever remember playing this. I clearly did, but I have no recollection of doing so. And you've got to collect all the keys. Ah, see, I was good getting jumping past there. That's really good. Son of Blagger. Not played this one before. No, sorry. Not played. I have played this one before. No recollection of it at all. And I'd have remembered something so brightly coloured and beautiful to look at. It is, and it's lovely, isn't it? It looks great. I do like it. And to be fair, on the scale of things, it's not as hard as it could be, if that makes sense. There are harder games. I mean, Dynamite Dan is absolutely rock hard. It's totally unforgiving. This one, okay, I've lost a couple of lives dropping off the edge there, but and I'm on my third life now. But once I've got moving, done all right. I do definitely have to go. No, damn, I knew that was going to happen. A little bit slow, but I tell you what, that's really good. Let's have another go quickly. Let's enjoy it. I can't believe this. We've got 2 more games to go. And I was worried about this being a short video. It's not going to be a short video at all, is it? Definitely not. So we can drop off and fall, but if we drop off and fall here, we're going to hurt ourselves on those things there. So we'll jump the gap. Tell you what I'm on the lookout for, and one of my videos I saw it, and I haven't got a copy yet. I must have a little look. I'm on the lookout for. I'm on the lookout for Technical Ted. That's another one that's sort of like this, but this is really good. I have to definitely got this one though. I know I have as a tape as well on its own. Really like that. Yeah, I really like that. It's not too tough. It's not too, it's just right. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I like the colour of the graphics though. I like it when somebody says, "Yeah, okay, let's use all the colours on the specky. Let's just go for it." That's one of my favourite things when you get somebody who creates a game and they've just said, well, we might as well. Let's go for it. Let's just do it. It's not going to matter. And I like it. I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort that went into that. Not a lot in the way of sound effects, though. Just a bit of a shame. But I think what we're paying for here is there might be no sound effects, but we're getting. We're definitely getting graphics over the sound effects. There we go. The air thing though is going to be a problem. I can see that going quite quickly. I'm not sure how you refill your air, because if you look at your air there, it's definitely on its way throughout the level. Can I do this without getting my head bonked on there? Oh, sugar! I just realised it's going to be there. Sugar. That's a shame. Oh no, we've got to start all over again. That's harsh. That actually is harsh. No, that's actually harsh. I'm going to go the other way here now. I'll see if I can go down this thing here. Damn. No, that's actually harsh. I've just realised that's a very harsh part about it. Restarting right at the beginning when you die. Ooh. I wonder why I didn't play this one more. It would have been right up my street once more time. Let's go down this thing. I want to know what happens when I stand on this. Does it move? Sugar. Fell too far. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that one. Yeah, no, that was better than I expected. I don't remember many of these things. I had this and I can't remember many. Isn't that so weird? Mind you, the memory does fade a bit. I'm getting on a bit age-wise, so it does fade. Let's go on then. So this is Automania. Again, I can't remember this at all. I've got a magnifying glass, so we're in luck. I'll be able to read it to you. All right, let's have a look. Let's see this one. So, Wow, I've played this before. This is a microgen game. Okay, Wally, you are trying to get it right this time. You have all you have to do is put the car parts together and put them back together again. Yes, I remember this one. You basically collect car parts and you put the things back together again. It's really, really good. It's a great game, this one. It's a really brilliant game. Why do I have no recollection of it beyond what's on the tape? Have I had some trauma in my past that just made me have wiped it out? Yeah, you have to jump around the gangplanks, collecting bits and pieces to make the cars and put them together. And it's a really, really good little game, this one. I don't have it. I don't think I have the full version of this. I think it's one that I haven't actually got. But I don't have a... isn't it weird, though? My recollection of this. Only thing I remember on this, really... and I do remember some of the games that are on this list that are actually on the back of this thing. This is weird, isn't it? You're coming here with the. This should be a trip down memory lane for me, and it's not. It's actually a trip down. Did I forget all that? You've got Cytron. I remember Cytron. I remember Wheelie. I remember Fall Guy. I think I remember Blade Alley. I've definitely played it. I think since then, haven't I? And there's also Penetrator on there, which is a shoot 'em up by Melbourne House. And I don't remember playing those ones back in the day, but I do remember Cytron, Wheelie, and Fall Guy. I also remember 3D Star Strike. Maybe it's just as simple as that. I just didn't play all the other ones as much as I played that. I think Son of Blagar would have been one that I would have enjoyed, but it wouldn't have lasted because of the fact that I would have found it frustrating. I think, but to be fair, I could have sat and played that now for ages. This is a great game. And then you got Bugaboo, which is a Quicksilver game, and I don't remember that either. For back in the day, anyway, I remember it now, but I don't remember it back in the day. Weird. Anyway, yeah. So a Wally from Everyone's a Wally and whatever else is. Which came first? I can never remember. I'm sure this will be the first or something similar, but this is actually a really good game. This has featured on What's on Tape before. It's basically a platformer where you collect parts, put them together in one place in the level, avoiding... I can't remember what it is. There's a little tyre chasing him there, but I don't think it is a tyre that's chasing him in the main thing. And then we put them together and we go from there. So this is perfect, though, this one. I'm really pleased with this. I'm really enjoying it, actually, as well. It's really good. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I've enjoyed this one today. And nice to have a little break from it all. I think I was saying I got my first. I took my first day off in about 2.5 years yesterday, and then proceeded to work most of it, which was hilarious, really. So I'm Wally Week, which is a great name. Wacky Tyre 1, Wacky Tyre 2, engines called by Moped, Michelin, and Pirelli. That's brilliant. Eddie's Lighting, Eddie's Son. I love it. Footwear, Welly Inc. Limited. Wally's Tools, Allen Key. I love it. Right, okay. I don't think I can change the keys, can I? Oh, I can. 60 to find the keys. Up, down, left, right, jump. Better with the space on a +2. Right, let's go for it. So this is... Oh, bums. And there's the tyres. Right, so we go up here and we have to go get... Oh, sugar! Right, I'm going for it. Stay there, mad computer thing. No! Right, I think I have to jump onto that. The end. That's actually that one was pretty harsh, wasn't it? It was sort of definitely the end. I do like this one though. This is a good game. This one. So, what happened there? Can I just not go that direction? I guess not. So we pick up the bit there. And then we climb down and wait for these blooming tyres to go the other direction. We've got a part of the car. There's 6 parts to collect. Uh-oh, computer thing coming at me. And we go in here. This is a British car manufacturer at its best. There we go, bit of car. It looks like a, but to be fair, it does look like a Citroen Diane if I remember rightly. Remember Citroen Diane? Quick, quick, get past the fan belts. Or fans, sorry, not fan belts, because that would be a belt, not a fan. Oh, dear me. What am I like? Okay, up we go. Let's get up to the Kent. Does he get any more health from doing kettles? Ah, sugar! What an idiot! I jumped instead of walking up to it. Do you just walk up to them and pick them up? I think you do. I don't think there's any. I thought the jump did something other than jump. It doesn't. It just jumps. Right. So. And the kettle makes you die. That is harsh. Right. Okay. Let's have another go. We'll definitely have another game. Please enter your name. Oh, cool. Too many letters, but we'll do. Microgen. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's press enter. I'm having another go. Right. So the things on there make you fall through. So if I touch the kettle, so I'm guessing Wally's not allowed a bite to eat, allowed a cup of tea, because he's a very bad worker. I'm going to be fair, he is called Wally Weak, so maybe that's the reason why he's just an extremely bad worker. The music. Sugar. I got upset there. This is a good one, actually. Why do I not remember these things? Maybe I'm a Blade Runner replicant or something like that, and my memories have been planted, and I'm missing the important ones. I don't know. That would be very useful if I was. And maybe get some repairs on my on this failing body of mine. Yeah, some new eyes, please, for a start off, so I can see the close-up stuff. And after we've had the eyes, can I get a new back and new legs, please? Actually, my legs aren't too bad. Back's not good, but the leg is all right. Do I get my time back when I put an item in? I probably do. God, do you know what though? That's really harsh because I'm going to have to jump over this to get that one. That was some harsh manoeuvres. That really is pretty harsh. To get over those, so I don't get the old stand on the old BP, the BP oil. Uh-oh, here comes this robot thing. Come on, jump. Oh God. There we go. We got another bit of it. Oh, I've got to jump up and hit it. That's what I've got to do. Got to jump up to put it in position. Damn. Hadn't realised that. This is really good. This is a good one. I hope you're enjoying this week as much as I am. I'm certainly enjoying it. It's good fun. I'll take that one because it's easy to get. It's a perfect little arcade game, this, in the sense of, I talk about single-screen arcade games being brilliant on the spectrum, but this one's nice, bright, colourful. It plays well. It's tough, but not impossible. You feel like you can complete it, which is always a benefit with a game. So I got another one, and my air goes back up when my time goes back up when I do the. When I drop one part off, so I get a little bit more time every time I do my parts. Right, okay, see if we can get another part. I'd like to get at least one more part on this vehicle. I'd like to try and get this one. Right, okay. There we go. Yay, look at me! Just wait until I fall over one of these wheels that we've been going past over and over again. Because I'm too, the computer TV thing's going to come at me. Here it comes. Okay, jump this wheel. Right, so I think I have to jump up to put this in place. Yes, you do. You have to jump up to put it in there. There's a Citroen, you see. To be fair, if you ever saw Citroen Diane, they probably are made like this by Wally Week in a factory like this. Didn't they drive one in one of the Bond movies? Wasn't Roger Moore racing one through the mountainside and he like goes over this mountain cliff thing? Can't remember which movie that was. I feel it's the one with the voodoo in it and all that kind of stuff. Was that another? Was that another? Was that Goldfinger? Whatever. Don't know. Right. Okay, we're going for it. I'm doing all right now. If I can remember where the end of that is. Right, we'll wait for that robot-y thing to go that way. And we'll jump on both. Oh, shoot! Oh, I turned direction! That was harsh. I really like that, though. That was really good. I wonder if he gets to have a break at the end when he's done the final one. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. That's brilliant. Okay, let's go on to the last game. This is Bugaboo. This is about a flea trying to get out of a pit. I don't know. No, I mean, that's the beauty of computer games, isn't it? It's that's escapism into something. Personally, I've always wanted to be a flea jumping out of a pit. Maybe leaping from cat to cat or something like that, or dog to dog might be the thing that we can do. You know, I don't know. Either one, just all good. All good. Alright, okay, here we go. Must be empty on the other side of the tape. How cheap is that? Oh, jolly was super cheap. I mean, do you think that they actually put the tapes through and like reverse them back the way? I bet they wrote the programs all at once on both sides. I don't suppose there was any reason not to. Unknown planet detected. Almat 1. Is that? Hang on. Was Bugaboo an alien? Hang on. Was he not? I thought he was a flea. Bugaboo. Down in inky spaces between the worlds, That's alright, I'm trying to read one of the things. We fell. And enter whistling, and the ether whistling past, down into the blue world we fall. Alien vegetation, colourful things. I thought he was a flea. I'm looking for the word flea. It doesn't say flea. Oh, hang on. There's like a poem here. There's a poem that goes, I'm me, Bugaboo, and the flea. You see, Bugaboo, we love you, Bugaboo, love people too. Saved from the monster, me, else I'll be very sad. Spronging. Okay, was that enough? It's sounds like one of them story books that you give to children nowadays, like a Gruffalo story or something, didn't it, that one? Bit like that. What's the blooming keys, actually, while we're at it? Let's have a look at the blooming keys. You ready for the blooming keys? I'm ready for the blooming keys. Let's do them. Let's do the blooming keys. Come on. There are keys. There are no keys listed on here, and I assume they're redefinable. Not one of my favourites, to be honest with you. I think I've played it on my channel. I know it's on the ZX Spectrum Vega. It's not one of my personal favourites. Is it? Which one is Life Evidence? 4HA state sequences system activated. Right. Okay. Is Roland in the Caves? Is it Roland in the Caves? I can't remember which one is which. There's one way you have to... Is it Roland on the Ropes or Roland on the Caves? Ropes, I think, is the one that's equivalent of Fred. The Spectrum game Fred, which was a Spanish game in the first place. And I think Roland in the Caves is kind of like Bugaboo. I'm going to assume Bugaboo was first. Possibly. Yeah, I think Roland in the Caves is second to that. I mean, actually, to be fair, I quite like the Fred one, Roland on the Ropes. To be honest with you, I quite like the fact that there was that kind of thing going there, exploring the sounding. Right, okay. Special mission. This is very exciting. Are we loaded now? Here we go. We get an intro sequence. It's us. Quicksilver presents Bugaboo. I'm leaving the intro sequence going because, to be fair, how many Spectrum games had an intro sequence? There was very few. I'm quite impressed. Alright, fair enough. It was impressive enough there. I'm none, as I say, still not a massive fan of it. I like the idea of it climbing out, but there's a timing element that's kind of a bit wah. Just a bit wah. I think everybody I suspect every Spectrum user has a copy of it, or Spectrum Owen still has a copy of it, but I don't know how much they love it, if that makes sense. Oh, just finishing that coffee. That was beautiful. Right. Oh, good. Right. There's keys. Scroll up, down, left, right. Oh, bloomin' heck. Jump right, jump left. Scrolling keys. Oh, the keys are horrible. Oh, God. They are just horrible. G for game. So this is Us, who looks more like a frog than a flea. So, so we can scroll. Oh, God. Okay. Those keys are just annoying, right? So we charge up the flea's level, and you've got to avoid being eaten by that thing, the dragon creature. That's it, it's over. Do you like how quick that one is? That's over. Right, let's just jump before the creature comes and gets us. Let's just leap over this. That's why I was never a big fan of this one. You can look around to see which way you're going, and tactically you can do it. There are people who can finish this thing in like seconds. Me? No. Yeah, it's all over. I bloomin' hate this game. No, I don't hate it, I'm wrong. I would have played it back in the day. I don't remember playing it back in the day, other than on What's on the Tape. But I wouldn't have been a big fan of it. I don't think it would have been me, if that makes sense. He can't get me, because I'm jammed in a corner. Oh, God. Oh, shoot! We've been thrown all over the place. Oh, God. There's a knack. It's one of them with a knack to it. And I've not got the knack. That's too much thrust. As if this thing's got thrust. I've gone too far. I'm over the top. Hit the wall. Coming down. Well, at least the creature can't get me in here. This is a really tough game. It's the silence there. That's me trying to concentrate because I'm no good at this kind of thing. Oh, bloomin' heck. I won't get got in there though. You won't be able to get me. See? So you might be hungry for flea action, but it ain't gonna happen. I'm just concentrating here on this one. I do like how it looks, I'll admit that. How it plays, on the other hand, not a fan. Look at the time. Blunk. Blunk. Ah, we jumped in there. There's a definite knack to it. I don't know. Climbing level, whatever else it is, not sure. Not sure. I think I'm going to leave it there anyway, because to be fair, not the high to finish on, but actually, I mean, looking at it, it's a gorgeous looking game. There's no doubting it's a gorgeous looking game. There's obviously a skill and a knack to it. It's a much more. It's just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit too tough for my liking, for me anyway. Alright, anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.